All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. You know we love to get into the nitty-gritty of all sorts of interesting topics, and this week is no different. You sent this article in about real estate in Phuket, and let me tell you, the whole team was fascinated. A real estate boom with rental yields over 10% in some places. Sign me up, right?
Well, not so fast. Haha, it's not quite as simple as that.
Of course not. That's why we brought you on the show, to break it all down for us.
Exactly. And yeah, Phuket is definitely seeing some exciting stuff happening in real estate right now. But it's important to look at all angles.
Absolutely. Let's jump right in. First off, the article you sent was all about those eye-popping rental yields. I mean, 10% or more in spots like, what was it, Bang Tao and Laguna Phuket.
Yeah, you got it. Those areas are really seeing a surge right now.
Okay, so we know tourism is back in a big way in Phuket.
Oh, absolutely.
But it can't just be that, right? What else is fueling this rental market frenzy?
Great question. Tourism is a huge driver, no doubt. But there's a whole wave of digital nomads and remote workers flocking to Phuket, too. People who can work from anywhere are choosing Phuket for its lifestyle. Beaches, great food and all that. And it's comparatively affordable, especially compared to, say, Bali.
That makes a lot of sense.
This means there's a constant and growing demand for long-term rentals, which pushes those yields up. And then you have expats. Phuket has always been a haven for expats.
Right.
So that demand is just adding fuel to the fire.
So basically, it's like a perfect storm of factors all coming together.
Pretty much, you've got the returning tourists, the digital nomads settling in, and then the steady stream of expats. It all adds up.
Plus, I mean, we can't forget just how much tourism has rebounded, can we? The article said something like 11 million tourists in 2023 alone, spending close to 400 billion baht.
Wow, the numbers are incredible.
I mean, with those figures, it's no wonder developers are going all in on new projects.
Oh, yeah. Construction is booming. But it's not just about the tourist dollars. The Thai government is actually playing a big role, too. They're really keen on attracting foreign investment, especially in the luxury real estate sector.
Oh, interesting. How so?
They're offering tax breaks, streamlining regulations, all these incentives to attract developers and investors.
So it's not just tourism driving this. It's this whole web of government policies and, developers being pretty savvy about capitalizing on these global trends.
Yeah. It's a whole ecosystem at play.
And it's working. The article mentioned, a whopping 25 billion baht invested in condo projects alone just in the first quarter of this year.
Something like that, yeah. It's a huge jump from previous years.
Wow. And we haven't even talked about the branded residences yet. This was another big point in the article. Phuket is becoming a major player in that market.
Oh, absolutely. That's the really high-end stuff. Phuket is aiming to be the next big global luxury destination, like a Miami or a Dubai.
Right.
And it's working. These aren't just condos. They're entire lifestyle packages tied to, luxury brands.
That makes sense.
They're attracting a very specific clientele, the ultra-wealthy, from all over the world. The article even mentioned a big influx of buyers from Russia and India, which makes sense given the
growing wealth in those countries.
Exactly. So yeah, it's all looking very promising for Phuket's real estate market.
It definitely sounds like a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
But, as with any investment, I got to ask, are there any potential downsides? Anything that investors should be cautious about?
Yeah, for sure. One big thing that comes to mind is, Phuket's vulnerability to natural disasters.
Oh, yeah. I guess they have had tsunamis in the past, right?
Exactly. And with, climate change and all, the risk of extreme weather events is only going to increase.
That's a really good point.
So a big question for any potential investor is, how are developers addressing these risks? Are the new buildings being built with these threats in mind? Are they resilient?
Yeah, that's something investors should definitely look into.
Absolutely. Don't just get swept up in the excitement. Due diligence is crucial.
Right. The article also mentioned some concerns about sustainability.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? What specific environmental challenges do you see with all this development?
Well, you have to consider that the island's infrastructure is being pushed to its limits. Waste management, for example, becomes a huge issue when you have such rapid growth. Water supply, traffic congestion.
I see.
These are all things that need to be carefully managed. Otherwise, you risk damaging the very environment that makes Phuket so attractive in the first place.
So it's this delicate balance. On the one hand, you have this fantastic economic opportunity.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, You need to ensure that the development is done sustainably, that it's responsible and protects the island for the future. It's definitely a lot to think about for anyone considering investing in Phuket. So to everyone listening out there, as you explore this booming real estate market, what questions pop up for you? What excites you the most about Phuket's potential? And what potential downsides are you weighing as you do your research?
Phuket is a beautiful and dynamic place, so it's definitely worth considering.
Keep those questions coming, and we'll keep diving deep into fascinating topics like this. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.